Previously on Town Hall 11 Free to Play, we explored how players exceed their resource storage capacity every season. Today, let's get into the war mindset with the most reliable Town Hall 11 armies of 2020. What's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and welcome back for episode 62 of the Town Hall 11 Free-to-Play series. The Clan War Leagues have started. What do your matches look like? Are you facing off against a Town Hall 11, or are you mismatched against a Town Hall 12 or a Town Hall 13? We covered a lot of mismatch stuff last week, and today we're going to take a look at 4 different armies that you can use against those Town Hall 11s to crush them, get the 3-star, and this is my matchup. Oh, yeah, that's not necessarily max at all, but I will be using one of the 4 armies today to take that one down later on. Now, before we get into that first attack, I gotta take one moment and introduce you to our 4th clan addition in the family, guys. We added a 4th clan. You've been asking for it for such a long time now, and let me go ahead and jump into the bookmarks and introduce you to Phoenix Odyssey. They will be joining the team alongside of Battle Elite, Paradox Reloaded, and Paradox Enigma, so make sure that you send them a clan request, showing them some love, and let them know that I sent you. Oh, yeah. Now, I'm always interested in adding more clans to the family, but they got to have their own stable leadership. I do not have time to run clans. Clan leaders, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get into our first replay. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our first replay, and we're going to take a look at an army that is a very popular army right now among many players out there that love the lightning spells, but they also love the witches. Oh, yeah, we have 14 witches and 8 lightning spells. Guys, if you've been watching the Zap stuff in the past, you know exactly how these 8 lightning spells are going to be used with the 2 earthquake spells. We are going to target the area where there are 2 Inferno towers, getting rid of both of these multi-target Inferno towers. Oh my gosh, isn't this some stuff right here? Get rid of the Inferno towers, drop the witches, and watch them run. Very similar to a lot of different strategies out there, right? So next, you're going to see the 2 golems placed to block for the witches, an ice golem and a wall wrecker, and we're going to see some witches placed in the center, basically starting the funneling process a little bit, and then you're going to see the heroes drop back behind that wall wrecker, targeting the town hall on the opposite side of the base. So naturally, we want to get in here and get rid of this eagle artillery very early in the raid while the witches work on buildings around the outsides of the base. This is some crazy stuff, man. It does not require a ton of maintenance when it comes to implementing it. You're just looking for certain bases where you can eliminate certain situations like the eagle and the clan castle, or get rid of the multi-target Inferno towers. Inside of the clan castle, it looks like we have a lava hound, which can be a very annoying defensive clan castle troop, and we also have the balloon under the poison spell. So the witches and the archer queen are going to be a little busy in there for a few moments. The king is basically blocking the way, tanking for the Yeti that's inside of that wall wrecker, and you'll notice that's on the outside of the base is the witches, so it doesn't look like there's a lot of maintenance required here when it comes to securing the 3-star. The witches are working. There's so many witches on the map down here on the bottom side of the base that they will overpower that wizard tower with ease. The ice golem that came from, I'm guessing, the wall wrecker will freeze the defenses on the backside of the base, and this will give the witches time to clear out buildings on the backside. It looks like all we have left is a couple of point defenses, and where's the archer queen in here? The archer queen's still in there with her ability. The Yeti is blocking for the queen. I mean, come on, man. Are you kidding me? This is some stuff, guys. But you saw the sequence of events there. It was very simple stuff. Get rid of the multi-targets at the beginning of the attack, drop the golems to block, drop the ice golem, drop the wall wrecker, and then follow it up with witches spread across the backside of the base, just to basically go through and steamroll this base with ease. There's your army right there. Let's get into our number 2. For attack number 2, we're going to take a look at the army that I am going to be using against that very weak base that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Now, if you see single target Inferno towers, you should think to yourself, witches and bats all day long. There shouldn't be any question in your mind. Now, the only difference with this army is we have a couple of sneaky goblins in the composition to basically clear out those storages and those collectors to basically funnel our witches a little bit. Looks like we got a couple of witches on the bottom side of the base. We have 2 witches over on the far right side setting up the funnel, and we're going to see ice golems, witches, bowlers, and then the wall wrecker placed here in a moment. Come on, wall wrecker. There it goes. Wall wreckers drop. Then we're going to see Barb King, Archer Queen, Grand Warden, You guys know the deal. This is an amazing army for those of you that have tried it for yourselves. This is a solid go-to. Now, the idea here is to get rid of those expos, get rid of the clan castle troops, deal with the single target Inferno Tower, at least one of them. Rage spell drop to deal with the enemy clan castle troops. It looks like we have Baby Dragon and archers. Grand Warden's ability is going to be used to protect that wall wrecker a little bit longer for the bowlers to get in there and take down that single target Inferno Tower. The Wizard Tower on the far right side of the screen is battling it out versus a Yeti and a bowler. Once that Wizard Tower falls, you are going to see the bat spells dropped on the right side of the base, and we are going to see pure havoc across this base. Here comes our bats across the top side. Queen stuck on a wall playing wall breaker like she normally does. Bats are going to be dealing with archer towers, cannons, mortars, working their way around the top side of the base while the Queen eliminates that Eagle artillery. Bats are going to continue on this path. We have one more Wizard Tower remaining. Down will go the freeze spell to shut it down and give the bats some time to eliminate that bad boy, and that is a wash. The bats will eliminate the archer tower, mortar, as well as that final Inferno Tower, and we are on cleanup. You're going to see some swag freeze spells right there on the Town Hall. Blatant disrespect for his opponent. Amazing work by AK over here in Paradox Reloaded, boys. Now, I know what you're thinking right now. 2 attacks back-to-back with witches? Really? They're powerful? Yeah, oh yeah, the witches are powerful right now. They're a very dominant troop at Town Hall 11 at the moment. But what about that hybrid? Remember the miners and hog riders? Those are still a thing, right? Well, here you go. We got the miners and hog riders. But the army has changed a little bit. We got 6 lightning spells, and we're looking for bases where we can get rid of important details like the clan castle troops. So there's a wizard over on the far left side of the screen dealing with the town hall because this was a one-hit war, meaning that all these attacks were hit one time only. So the lightning spells are dropped to work on the archer queen and do damage to the clan castle. That final earthquake spell will be dropped to finish out and get rid of the clan castle troops. Once that clan castle is destroyed, you don't have to worry about what's inside anymore. And so now you're going to see the Queen Walk and the Barbarian King, and this is basically trying to clear out a portion of the base. That way your miners and hogs stay together. Now, I saved this for number 3 in the lineup because a lot of you guys out there still struggle with the Queen Walk, and you're just not interested in doing it. So I present to you witches first because that's a little bit more user-friendly than Queen Walking, because Queen Walking requires a little bit of practice and experience. Now, there was a little bit of a mistake here from June. My boy June over there in Paradox Enigma, he dropped the raise spell a little far ahead of the healers, and he had to use the Queen's ability, but she'll get in there, she'll start taking down some buildings to help set up the funnel. You'll notice this right here. You see all these buildings cleared out? This basically leaves a path for the miners and hogs to work down through this channel. Now, on the outer perimeter of the base on the far right side, we have the siege barracks, a couple of balloons, the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards coming from the siege barracks, and we're going to let that count down for a little bit. We want to make sure that we get the most wizards out of that we possibly can. The archer queen, she's dealing with some heavy defenses over there on the far left side. Miners and hogs are going to be placed just before the hogs come from the siege barracks, followed up by that Grand Warden. So the Grand Warden's ability will be used to protect from the Eagle artillery. You notice before the artillery arrived, the Grand Warden's ability was used. And so these troops will move through the base because the P.E.K.K.A. did such a nice job clearing exterior buildings, and they're all going to stay together dealing with all these final defenses on the back side of the base. Heal spell placed, dealing with a single target Inferno Tower. Well, that's just not going to work versus a big group of troops. And the wizards are going to continue to clear out buildings so the hogs and miners can move through and clear out the defenses on the back side of the base. Final heal spell dropped. Final heal spell dropped to deal with the final wizard tower and the expo. All we have left is a couple point defenses, and realistically, it doesn't even matter at this point. This is all cleanup. So we're going to go ahead and speed this one up. That way you can see the army for yourself. You should know this one by now. This has been around for a hot minute. It's gained popularity with the addition or the changes with the lightning spell, but there's the army with the zap. Alright, so we're on our final attack, and I must admit, throughout the entire 93 days at Town Hall 11, we have seen so many different troop combinations used in both clan war and farming. And if anything that you could take away from this is the fact that you don't necessarily have to use just one of these 4 armies. There are balloon armies out there and dragon armies that are equally just as amazing. That's one of the things that's so great about these higher Town Hall levels, is that you're not limited to just one army. But we're going to finish up with the P.E.K.K.A. Bowback. guys, another ground army. This entire video has been nothing but ground armies because these guys specialize in dominating with the ground armies. Now, we have a couple of balloon users over in Battle Elite, but I mean, these are some of the most reliable because they've been around for so long and players know how to use them. And so we're seeing the Barbarian King and the Electro Dragon used to do some funneling. Now, that unfortunately, that Electro Dragon probably should have stayed on the outside to take down these buildings, but he decided to go in after the air defense instead. You know, the E-Drag just has his moments. It's just one of those things. But that King is going to do some damage and destroy some buildings, and then we're going to start seeing some P.E.K.K.A.s drop. Now, this is a very user-friendly army if you time your freeze spells properly with the use of the bat spells. So the P.E.K.K.A.s dropped on the far left side, and then you got the group of P.E.K.K.A.s, the Wall Wrecker, the Archer Queen, the Grand Warden, Bowlers, and the Healers all dropped in one area to target the center of this base. We got a Poison spell drop to deal with some Headhunters. Oh man, we got some Headhunters inside of the clan castle. The Bowlers are going to deal with the Golem. Looks like we got a Golem too. Oh my goodness, man, a Golem? Are you serious? That's a big surprise for Bowlers. So they're going to take down the Golem as well as the multi-target Inferno Tower. They've worked their way in on the Eagle Artillery, getting rid of it very early in the raid. And you'll notice the placement of the Town Hall. This is why he started up on the top side to move through the base, get rid of those heavyweight defenses, and target the Town Hall on the back side of the base. Now, it looks like the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Bowlers found themselves a tornado trap, but then they're going to retarget since the wall was opened up by the Wall Wrecker. And then we're going to see an Ice Golem dropped on the bottom side of the base, and here comes the bats. So the bats are placed on the far right side of the screen with a freeze spell drop to deal with that first wizard tower. This wizard tower on the bottom side is distracted, which is going to save a freeze spell. Bats are going to arrive, and then we're going to see a double freeze. So freeze spell on the wizard tower and the multi-target Inferno Tower, shutting it down and giving the bats time to eliminate these final hidden Teslas, the cannon, the Archer Tower. And by the time the bats get around to that point, the Inferno Tower will retarget onto those P.E.K.K.A.s, which will take it down. I mean, amazing work here by YK over here in Paradox Enigma. Great work overall by all of the players that participated in this family war. I mean, the friendly war, family war, it's all the same thing. One of the biggest things about Clash of Clans is coming together as a group of players. We're going to go ahead and speed this rate up. That way you can see the army for yourself. But if you can find yourself into a clan or a group of clans and work together with other people, this game gets so much more entertaining and interesting because you're not necessarily just playing for yourself, but you're also playing with a group of players that you can learn from and also appreciate the power of team. So that is going to wrap us up for today. Again, congratulations to Paradox Reloaded for pulling off the win on this war against Paradox Enigma. And if you enjoyed our content, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe if you have not done so already. Good luck in your clan war leagues. If you like watching us every single day, turn on those notifications. And if you want to see the Town Hall 11 free-to-play series from the very beginning, click one of those links over there, and we will see you in the next one, guys. Take care.